Yeah, it
Yeah.
really is. Like the social media game, I feel like is much more of a gray area, kind of like undefined. So
Yeah.
there's two API keys. There's an agency API key and a brand API key. You can make a video from a custom theme or an image from a custom theme.
All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jetta Langham, if we have not met yet, and welcome to Level Up Your SaaS channel. Today with me, we have Ian Scott from Brandblast, a new tool that I've been using within my agency and for my affiliates. So I'm really excited to present this tool to everybody, and we'll be demoing it. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'm excited to show this to everybody.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for the intro, Jenna. I'm really happy to do this, especially with, a fellow Hoosier on the line. So,
Yeah.
excited to jump in and get you started. And we actually just got done talking about it. She gave us a bunch of great ideas. So we have a whole list of new backlog items right here. So thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. So first of all, how did you get started doing this before we deep dive into the tool?
I guess I can just go back from like when I started building software. So, you know, I actually went to school for like mechanical engineering, and I remember seeing these guys, like these Snapchat guys that were like my age. Like Snapchat just got big when I was in college. I remember seeing these guys that were like my age become like billionaires. I was like, oh my God, like I need to I need to do something like this. So I got into mobile apps probably like, I don't know, 2012 or so. It was on like the tail end of like the mobile app boom. So like the market was already kind of saturated. But I did launch like a good amount of like social media apps or not, sorry, social media apps, but just mobile apps, specifically on iOS, out of Indianapolis, actually, while I was going to college there. And nothing like super successful, had some like little hits here and there, but kind of did that. And then I got a chance to work at Facebook. So, I had a bunch of failures listed out, but I was like, hey, look, I can definitely build stuff. They're just not taking off. And so, Facebook gave me a shot, and I did some interviews there, and I got the job there, and I built a lot of cool stuff for them. I spent like 6 years there. So a couple, like 2 or 3 years on the Facebook side. So building like specifically on Facebook groups and pages and stuff like that. So there's actually a
Cool.
lot of like little groups tools that I could point out that like I worked on.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool stuff. No one knows about guides, but like if you have like if you're between like school group and Facebook group and you choose the Facebook group, there's actually something called like guides as a feature you can add on there that lets you make courses inside of Facebook groups. And
Yes.
so yeah, I worked on that for like 2 years. So then after that, I switched over to like the Facebook reality side, Facebook Reality Labs, FRL. So like Oculus. So the VR side, I worked on like the VR mobile app for like the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, like 3 years I was there. So yeah, so that's how I got started. And I did that. And then I was like getting the itch again, the entrepreneurial itch of like, let's start something. And like AI was getting big. I think ChatGPT was like blowing up like, a year or so ago. And I was looking around and I knew I had this problem with all my other startups that I think a lot of entrepreneurs have. And that's when you're building the business or you're building the product, you're too busy with the business side of things to actually do the social media and the promotion like daily, right? And
Hmm.
so there was this idea of like, oh, this is getting big. I feel like, we could leverage this to kind of like fill up your socials and have that consistent presence there for small businesses. So I built that for small businesses, and I guess like 6 months in, I started getting a bunch of agencies reaching out like, oh, I want to white label this, and oh, go high level, and I was like, what is that? And I looked at it and I was like, oh wow, that's a really awesome community. So we kind of pivoted into that, and I guess this whole year and since we've been focusing on agencies and white label, and it's going well. So yeah, that's the whole backstory of how I got to here. So
Love it. That's so cool. Well, let's get into it. I want to show everybody what it is, what it does, and like how it helps your businesses and your clients' businesses.
yeah, awesome. So I guess I'll just share my screen and run through a quick demo. All right. Oops, there we go. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm here at the label dashboard. I'm just gonna go run through quickly the essence of what it is, and that is creating a brand and then creating like a whole month of content in 5 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and create a brand. I'll just create Nike. It's a brand everybody knows and what they'd expect. So Nike. Now the AI just went and grabbed everything from the website, like scanned it and said like, hey, here's a basic like learning of the website. So pulled in like the description and the colors. I'm gonna change. I know this is like black and like off-white is their color now, but I'm actually just gonna change it to like the classic like orange and black they used to have because I like those that result more. And then we're gonna go kick off a monthly content. So create a campaign. We'll do images only. We can do video, but I'll just start with images. We'll select platforms. You can select all the major platforms and also YouTube and TikTok if you did the video campaigns. The duration, we'll do 4 weeks, 3 posts a week, but we can easily do like 7 posts a week, so like every day. But I'll just do 3, so it's quick. And then we'll select the templates. Fresh pop's the most exciting one, so I'll do that. And then lastly, what's the ratio of stock images to your images that you'd like to use? I'll just do stock images, obviously, because we haven't uploaded any images, but if we had, we could use all our own images and also exclude any images used in the last like 30 days posted. So go ahead and fire that off. That'll take, 4 or 5 minutes. Probably actually like 3 or 4 minutes to get done. But while that's creating, I'll just kind of show you a little bit more of the tool that's exciting. So we only added the URL and the AI just knows kind of what it read from, the first page. But if we actually wanted to fine tune this a bit more, we could go to the brand context, which is like the brain of the AI, and we can add anything we want here. So any type of documents, founding story, quick tips, partnerships, whatever you want to add here, you can add. And that will fine tune the AI to have a lot bit more personalized results. And then also you can add a brand voice. We have some famous people in here if you wanted to add like, Hormozy or Gary Vee or whoever you like, or just put your own. And then lastly, like, you can upload your own media, your own products. But yeah, so that's kind of like how you fine tune the AI. And also, of course, you can edit like the colors and those basic things. But yeah, so that is the basic setup. Let's see if it's still creating. Okay, it's on like the second to last step, so we have like a minute and a half left.
Yeah, and I always encourage people, whether it be my clients or affiliates, the better you can input there for the brand context, the better output you'll get. And that's just in general with AI.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Otherwise, you're just gonna get kind of generic stuff, especially with the brand voice. Like just kind of how it writes the captions and stuff it makes a difference for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while that's finishing up, it's on this last step now. I'll just say a couple things. So the brand context, the brand AI, we just went over. You can also connect your own social media accounts and post this directly from the tool. Yeah, we have a template editor. So this is for white label owners, but the template editor actually allows you to create your own templates and even import templates from Canva. So if you don't like our templates and you wanted to automate filling up templates from like Canva or whatever you use, you can actually just drop them in here and just mark different elements that you want the AI to change, the colors, whatever, and the AI would know to change those when they use your template collections. So that is something interesting for agencies that have like a niche offering or niche audience. Um, so yeah,
And
we
that's only available in the agency version.
yeah, in the white label version. We're gonna roll it
Very
out to
cool.
people later. Yeah, it's kind of a power user feature right now, so we want to safely roll it out slowly,
Yeah.
and make sure it's like bulletproof before we roll it out to small businesses. But yeah, it's people like it, especially we've had some franchises come through, like some agencies that have franchise clients, and you have to use very custom like colors and fonts and stuff. So
Hmm.
we've had to upload those fonts and everything, but it works really well if you want to have those like kind of very niche styles. But
Yeah.
okay, so it's done. So let's go check it out.
And
So
what's nice too is that after it's done, you get an email, right, directly to you saying,
oh
"Oh,
yeah,
your campaign's done." So I love that.
yeah, you don't have to wait around. So we'll let you know, and you can come back and check it out later. But yeah, like in 5 minutes, here's like a whole month of content. Looks pretty on brand for Nike. Like I think some of these posts they would probably post these. So so yeah, and this is all stock images too. So imagine if you actually put your own images in here, it'd
Hmm.
probably be a lot better. So so yeah, but still great. Good stuff. And if you wanted to edit any of these, say like let's see. Oh, see how like maybe the image and like the URL is a little bit overlapping here. You could actually change the color of this, or just slide it a bit over. Um, but yeah, everything is editable just like Canva. So, and also all the captions are right here for you. If you want to smash them down and just use one caption, or just use all of them, it's simple. It's there for you. Everything is very easily editable. So yeah, I'll just save that. But yeah, so that's the basic overview of the product. Now, if I wanted to post this directly, I can connect my accounts and post it from here, or I can export to a CSV and upload it to another social planner, or just have it. So, yeah, that
Yeah,
is.
so use case there, you can export it and like put it in high level and then make these recurring. So you don't have to, you can do this on onboarding for your clients and then set them up for like 30, 60, 90 days, whatever that use case may be. Maybe you're doing 3 campaigns for them and triggering them out for every 90 days. So yeah, I really love this. Makes it super easy for onboarding for people.
Oh yeah, exactly. And we are going to have recurring campaigns soon. A lot of people have been asking about that. They really want the set and forget model, and so we're gonna set people up with that pretty soon. But yeah, this is the setup, and we have a same kind of schema set up as Go High Level. Users, brands, users, sub accounts. So it's literally the kind of mix and match, same thing. You can integrate it into Go High Level as a custom menu link, so it shows up as an iframe. So yeah, a lot of a lot of agencies have been kind of switching from social media fulfillment from VAs to us, or no social media fulfillment at all to us, and I'm pretty happy with it as it's like one flat cost. And yeah, we've been really enjoying working with the agencies. So
Yeah, it's super neat. And so tell us about like the white label the URL, right? And you get your own landing page.
yeah, yeah.
What am I forgetting?
Yeah, no. So if you white label us, you'll get we'll give you a sales page, landing page and everything that you can sell from. You just insert your own links in there if you want to have your own like Stripe checkout or Go High Level checkout or whatever. And you get your own URL, everything branded. We actually really like the white label setup. It's like a 10-second white label setup. I think you already did it too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, super simple.
yeah, you just put in your URL and it actually like gives you a preview of what the tool is going to look like because it grabs your branding and then you can change stuff from there and then it shoots you over to the URL instantly and it's all already white labeled. So literally 10 seconds if you don't change anything, but maybe a minute if you do want to customize some stuff. But um, fun stuff, fun, exciting stuff. And yeah, so the white label I guess I mean I can keep talking at length about the product, but I don't know if that's really interesting for everyone. I think like we can still talk about some other interesting stuff about like maybe some value of like what is winning for social media for agencies or small businesses
Hmm.
um versus like individual people's social media. Very, very different thoughts there.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, for sure.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, having something set up like this and something easy for clients to use. I mean, on the landing page that I created for checkout for this, something that I put on there was like, quit paying an agency for social media and let our AI do it for you. It was something along that lines. Of course, it sounded better on my landing page, but just if you to get the point across, just so many people are getting, in my opinion, overcharged for like these blanketly like okay temp like posts that are being done and
Mm,
they're not even that happy with it. And so taking something that they can work off of and like use and do, I feel like is putting it back into their hands and making it so much simpler for them because this is such a simple tool.
mm.
So that's one thing I really loved about it, the simplicity of this and the simplicity on how to edit this. Like I've gotten so many wows from it from my clients.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. Yeah,
Yeah,
it really is like the social media game. I feel like is much more of a gray area, kind of like undefined uh game than like all the other things like ads or email where you can actually look at analytics and know if you're winning or not. It's very
right.
different for social media. It's very different because
Yeah,
it's not really a numbers game. Like
right.
yeah, like winning for social media is so different when you get into like the business realm because winning for social media for a small business is having some kind of social presence, garnering some kind of trust in the marketplace,
Yes.
having some kind of like um, domain authority. Because
Hmm.
people don't follow, Joe's Automotive from down the street for the
Right.
engagement and for the exciting posts. Like that's like an influencer, that's someone doing something interesting and like, or just someone that's funny that you like. But like most of the time when people go to a brand and check it out on social media, they're kind of doing like a gut check. Like, some kind of
Hmm.
authority check, like, hey, is this I'm looking to do, get my car fixed. Like either I'm finding these people on, search like on Google, or I'm just searching around on like social media and I found them. And or they're doing Google search and finding them on social media now, a lot with TikTok. But anyways, a lot of the social media checks are really just kind of a gut check for that trust in the marketplace, and they're not going to really follow. They may follow, but really they're just going to look when they're in that buying cycle and trying to make that decision, and they're just kind
Hmm.
of really looking for who's legit, who's not legit, and really that just comes down to, hey, are you posting like regularly? Do you have some kind of social presence, or is your last post from like a year ago and they don't
Yeah,
even know if you're still in business because it looks kind of like, oh, kind of stale. So
exactly.
yeah, social winning in social media is really just a consistent like social presence that garners trust in the marketplace. That's
Hmm.
really what you want as a small business. So
Yeah, 100% agree with that. And actually, I have a specific use case that I was looking at, a business a couple weeks ago, and I looked them up on Google. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not 100% sure that they're still in business. So I went to their social channels that was linked to their Google business profile, and it said from the last post they had was in like 2022. I was like, is this place even in business still? So
exactly,
it's like,
exactly.
and so setting something up for people that's like recurring every 60 days is such a big win for them because they don't have to touch it. It does make them look like they're still in business. And I actually had somebody tell me, they were like, well, why would I want to do it every 60 days? Like, shouldn't I be doing more like fresh stuff? I was like, no one's gonna remember what you posted 60 days ago.
Yeah. No one,
Um,
no, yeah, exactly. No one's
like,
being, yeah. Your buying
and
cycle is much shorter than that.
yes, and that's exactly what I told her. I was like, your buying cycle is not that long typically.
Yeah.
And I was like, and even if it is, nobody's gonna remember. Like nobody has that good of a memory. Like they're not gonna remember it. They might like remember like a feature of it maybe, but they're not gonna remember like this has already been posted. And so I was like, I'd rather see you like working on like revenue generating activities than like working on your social posts. Like, so let's knock
Yeah.
these out and you not have to touch them again. If one's like, if you want to switch some out, that's great. But let's put these in place and like get you focusing on other things. So that's really at the end of the day what I love about this. So I'd love to hear if anybody has questions. Please drop them in the and let's talk a little bit, Ian, about pricing and how that works, and if we forgot anything. But I don't think we did.
Yeah, yeah, of course. No, I think we've went over a good basic overview of everything. For pricing, yeah, we started at 297 for the white label, 10 brands, and there's no hard stop if you go over 10 brands. But it goes to like 497 after 10 brands, and that's for unlimited. So 297 for 10 or 497 for unlimited. There's no hard stop. If you go over 10 and hit 11, you're not gonna have like an error signing someone up. It's just gonna be like we'll email you like, hey, looks like you're growing. Good job. Like let's upgrade you. So, but yeah, that's kind of the setup. And with that, you get like this tool, obviously the white label version, it's branded to you. You get your own dashboard where you can like manage your users and their brands and sign in as them, like all that kind of stuff. You get the template editor, you get the help center, that's a gray label help center. So your articles, you have like basically an article backing up every single feature. So if someone has any kind of issues, they can just go here and learn. But yeah, you get this whole setup and also access to all of our stock images. We have like 5 million, but we're actually getting ready to upgrade to a premium model, which is like 150 million.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's actually we're really getting excited for that. That's gonna drop in probably the next week or two. And probably next 2 weeks. But yeah, once you have that, it's actually the poster's like so much better with like this content. It looks so good actually. The content's more vivid and there's so much more stuff. Like especially for home services, it's a really great push, this new content we're getting in. So
Oh, exciting, because
um,
that's a niche I'm in.
oh really? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My cousin's in like the painting. He has a painting business he runs off of here.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, and so like painting was always like kind of like like sometimes it thinks it's like, artsy painters, like like painting like a mural or something. And so
Yeah.
we'll have that and then he'll have to switch it. But I was like, dude, we have this new premium images and they have thousands of like painting or residential commercial painters, and it's like it looks so good, and it's like it's oh yeah, so it's game over once that gets in. So we're really excited about that.
Perfect. Love it. Any other like roadmap items that you want to share with everybody?
Yeah. So custom prompted campaigns are coming out. We've been playing with them internally. We just haven't released them. But basically, what a custom prompted campaign is instead of just making a campaign, the AI comes up with the post topics based on like what it knows about you and what you've posted in the past, and also what kind of media and all that kind of stuff it has. You can actually prompt it, and you can prompt it with a prompt just like AI or a URL. So if you just wrote a blog post and you want to like have a short like week push of like social media posts to point people to that, you can just drop the URL in there, and it would learn. Oh, this is what the blog is about. Let's come up with like 12 post topics from it, and then social media from that. Or you can just manually enter them in. So you want like a campaign of 12 posts and you want to do custom post topics for each one, you can do that. And so that's dropping here pretty soon. User permissions. And then also, oh man, I wish I had my local machine up I could show you, but we have a success dashboard coming up here. And this is really exciting because so I don't know if you use Stripe, but I really like their dashboard. And
Yeah,
also Profitwell. Like I just like, I love looking at graphs and just tell me everything. It's great. You don't have to think, right? And
right.
so we're going to be adding to this dashboard, we're going to be adding like a success dashboard. And that really just kind of shows you the health of your label. Like, hey, how many users have onboarded? How many have an active campaign? And like, here's some brands that you need to pay attention to that don't have an active campaign that you need to set them up and keep them going. So it kind of just makes sure that all your client social media is like healthy and running and everything's going strong. So we have that coming
Very
out
cool.
too. Yeah, but those are what we're messing with internally right now, and you can expect to see those in the next some in the next actual 2 weeks, and then within a month for the later ones. But yeah.
Very cool. And API that's within like the brand context section, is that to connect it with high level, or can you like expound upon what your vision with that was?
Yeah, so the API key in the brand context. So
Yeah.
there's two API keys. There's an agency API key and a brand API key.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the agency API key, tongue twister, can be found in the profile tab.
Okay.
And then the brand API key can be found in the brand context tab. And so that was originally intended for Zapier because one of our users wanted Zapier, so we set up Zapier. Then like nobody really uses the Zapier that much. So it's still there, but a lot of people use the profile API key because we actually have automation set up with Go High Level. We have a snapshot that you can use and everything.
Hmm.
Maybe in this like the description of this video, we can link like our videos for like the Go High Level auto integration or whatever. But basically we have an HCA API key that you can put into your Go High Level calls. So we have a snapshot, you import it, you drop in your HCA API key, and then you can automate creating users, deleting users, updating their passwords, whatever. But yeah, that's what the API key is for. And it's just for like more integrations with other platforms. But yeah, originally intended for Zapier. Now the HCA API key is added and used primarily for like Go High Level agencies. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, I think we covered everything, except for like the single post, but it's basically the same
Oh
as
yeah.
a
We can,
campaign, but mini version. So
yeah.
I love that too. If somebody just wants to make a one-off one.
Yeah.
Um,
It is prompted too, by the way. So you can use like you can make a video from a custom theme or an image from a custom theme as well as random. So yeah, that is
yeah, and I love the videos too, though. Those are pretty cool.
oh the reels and
Are,
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Are you saying that we can create templates for like the reels too? I
No,
haven't
not
played
yet.
with that yet.
We not yet, but we have been talking to a couple people about, getting that set up and that I once we master the template editor that we have now for the images, we're gonna roll out the video template editor. But it's definitely possible. It's definitely in the works. So yeah.
Very cool. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, Ian. I really appreciate it. If anybody has any comments again, or questions or comments, please drop them in the comment section below. And we'll see you guys on the next chat. Thanks so much, Ian.
All right. Thanks, Jenna.